Welcome to the first of 3 videos covering sleep. We hope it will provide you with useful information to support you in understanding the important role sleep has in managing fatigue and fatigue-related symptoms. So what is sleep? Sleep is a natural and temporary state of rest where we become physically inactive with reduced awareness and responsiveness. Sleep occupies approximately 36% of our lives, which shows just how important an activity it is for our health and well-being. Sleep is a very active process, and as listed on this slide, there are many important biological processes that happen when we are asleep that support our bodies to function correctly. As well as preserving and replenishing energy, sleep also helps rebuild metabolic pathways. Melatonin, known as a sleepy hormone, is vital for replenishing our energy stores. If we are not in a good sleep routine, this can affect our energy battery or mitochondria. A key metabolic pathway is the production of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. The body makes ATP usually within mitochondria, which are found in virtually all cells in the body, to fuel muscle function, nerve function, and chemical synthesis. The body is constantly using ATP because energy is needed for absolutely everything we do, including sleep. When our sleep is poor or irregular, it can significantly affect us. It can affect our mood, memory, concentration, tolerance to pain, our motor function, and our immune system. There are common sleep problems that people with fatigue report to experience, and you may be able to relate to one or all of them. For example, sleeping too much, not sleeping enough, or having disturbed sleep, whereby you may have difficulties falling asleep or wake up frequently during the night. You may also be sleeping during the day to make up for lack of sleep at night. People may fluctuate between sleeping too much or sleeping too little. We may think that sleeping a lot is helpful. However, sleeping more than your body actually needs can be just as dysregulating as not sleeping enough. It is the quality rather than the quantity of sleep which is important. Sleep is controlled by a biological clock called the circadian clock, which is located in the hypothalamus, the main control center in the brain. This clock regulates many body rhythms on a 24-hour cycle, and these are called circadian rhythms. The internal body clock helps our brain to know where it is in time and space, and which hormones need to be released when. We can see from this slide that alongside the sleep-wake cycle, the circadian clock controls many vital functions, such as our body temperature and appetite. The circadian pattern is therefore very important as it influences our physical health, mental health, and behavioural health. The circadian clock is reset every day by cues and signals, such as exposure to natural daylight. If regular cues are lost, the clock becomes disrupted and the circadian rhythm is lost. For example, when we become unwell, we may start to sleep more during the day. While this can be helpful and restorative in the early stages of illness, over time, if this pattern continues, our sleep cycle becomes dysregulated. Disruption of the body clock also results in slippage of the body's rhythms. The brain gets confused as to where it is on the circadian clock. It does not know when it is supposed to be releasing melatonin, the sleepy hormone that is a cue for sleep, or cortisol to help wake us up, or hormones that let us know we are hungry or full, or when we should have a bowel movement. As shown in this diagram, if we are in a regular sleep routine, within an hour of waking up hormones that wake us up and keep us awake are released. Usually, if our body is in a good circadian rhythm, our bowels will open within an hour of waking. Within a few hours, we will start to feel more alert. Going through into the afternoon, we will have our greatest cardiovascular strength, coordination, and reaction time. In the early evening, we will experience a spike in our blood pressure and body temperature. When darkness falls, the pineal gland, which helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle, starts to secrete hormones to help us to get to sleep, such as melatonin, our sleepy hormone. We can support our circadian rhythm by getting more exposure to natural daylight during the day, particularly within the first hour of waking up. Keeping to a regular sleep routine can also help. As well as helping to regulate our hormones, it also helps to maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is a state of balance across different body systems, which is needed for the body to function correctly. Think about what your sleep pattern was like prior to becoming unwell. What time did you normally go to bed and wake up? And how many hours of sleep did you need per night? Good sleep patterns rely on structure and routine. In the third video, we will be discussing strategies to support you in getting back into a regular sleep routine. Allowing plenty of time for quality sleep is also important. Establishing pre- and post-sleep routines can support this. For example, engaging in a wind-down routine in the evening to help your body and mind to unwind. Engaging in a wind-up routine in the morning can also be helpful to prepare your body and mind for the day ahead. We will discuss this in more detail in video 3. As well as the 24-hour circadian clock, we also have an ultradian clock. The ultradian rhythm is repeated throughout a 24-hour day and goes through approximately 90-minute cycles. We may notice a dip in energy during the day, which is natural as we are not designed to be constantly on the go when we are awake. When we notice a dip in our energy levels, our behavioural response may be to go and have something stimulating, such as caffeinated drink or sugary snacks, to give us a boost in energy to help keep us going. A better approach is to work with your ultradian rhythm by implementing pacing strategies into your daily routine. You can help regulate the body's energy system by balancing activity with regular restorative rest breaks. There are other videos covering activity management and relaxation, which talk about pacing and restorative rest breaks in more detail. In this video, we have discussed what sleep is, common sleep problems that people with fatigue may experience. We have also discussed the role of the circadian rhythm, ultradian rhythm, and that good sleep patterns rely on structure and routine. In the second video, we'll be looking at the stages of sleep and some factors that may impact on our sleep.